Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're fine. So today we are going to discuss about how global supply chains management manages in the risks and disruptions of the pandemic COVID-19. So the first, I'll discuss about the impact of COVID-19 on supply chain. The spread of COVID-19 has already been disrupted supply chains globally in several ways, including weakening demand for several types of products, skyrocketing demand for select companies or their products, impacting ability to ship and receive products on time, failure of supplies and uncertainty in raw material supply, and ensuring workforce capacity to assemble and ship products. Applications of advanced technologies such as AI, 3D printing, robots can help in developing a decentralizing production system. Digital manufacturing would help to maintain social distancing during the production process. For instance, Kiva robots are used for warehousing to keep the items in the pallets and help in loading and unloading. Even, many of the hospitals are using robots for delivering drugs and monitoring COVID-19 patients. And this happened too with the food and essential items delivered in cities can be regulated using technology. So we all know all industries are affected by COVID-19, and one of that is food coal industry in Indonesia. So food coal is food and beverage that requires special treatment to maintain its quality and has a relatively short life, such as vegetable, fruit, milk, yogurt, and others. So the COVID-19 caused several changes in the food coal supply chain, such as changing food coal packaging from reusable packaging to single-use packaging to reduce virus transmissions, shortening the distribution chains of goods, and requiring delivery personnel to always use PPE.
Okay, the next one is the effect of COVID-19 on supply chains. According to Trout Teams et al. 2020, COVID-19 might have three effects on our supply chains. They include sudden demand surges, outdated stock, and workers' problems. In a recent Harvard Business Review article, three ways have been expressed by which the virus will influence businesses. The first one is direct influence on consumer confidence. The second one is indirect impact on confidence, wealth effect, and the third one is supply side shock. The first two directly influence consumer and the business demand, and the third results in supply disruption. Supply disruption in turn will take a longer time to stabilize due to amplified instability. It is important to note that the complexity of supply chain will amplify the crisis further. Ivanov 2020 conducted a simulation study on the influence of COVID-19 SARS-CoV-2 on the global supply chains. One of the important factors that he found were lead time, speed of epidemic propagation, and the upstream and downstream disruption duration in the supply chain. According to his assumption, the epidemic outbreaks can have three major features. The first one is long-term disruption and its unpredictable size, and the second one is simultaneous disruption spread, the ripple effect, and the epidemic outbreak spread pandemic effect, and the third one is simultaneous disturbances in supply, logistic infrastructure, and demand. The above three mentioned features differentiate the supply chain risks under COVID-19 from the other supply chain risks. Govindan et al. 2020 also found that the disaster resulted from COVID-19 is different from other disasters. Such difference has two particular features: their long-term disruption and their increasing spread. Weak control of such disasters will lead to several supply chain disruption.
Well, before I start the presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Putu Indah and Paramita. The next is COVID-19 challenge to supply chains and the all solutions. The presence of COVID-19 will continue to accelerate the rapid technological development of the logistic industry legacy processes. In order to mitigate supply chain instability with the occurrence of future black swan event attainable reality, business must embrace the advantage of new technologies. Having an auxiliary strategy in place is essential in modern economies, where competition is fierce and maintaining consumer loyalty is crucial. COVID-19 continues to upend the economic status quo as business leaders search for ways to streamline operational efficiency and balance sheets. Simultaneously, logistic companies are hastening to deploy solutions to cater for the boom in e-commerce, while navigating ever-changing national and international healthcare and transport policies. But outdated technology is holding the industry back in this time of great uncertainty. According to a recent report from mobile and IoT management solution provider, SOTI, 41% of British transport and logistics or TNL companies and 49% of global TNL companies identified that their business used legacy technology. Of all TNL companies globally with outdated technology, over one-third, 37% admit that they have been unable to adequately upskill operations during the pandemic due to their legacy technology. This inability to adapt has resulted in missed or delayed deliveries, closed warehouse, and ultimately financial loss. COVID-19 has added complexity and cost to every stage of the supply chains, presenting both consumer-facing and logistic business with some of the most challenging conditions in which to survive and thrive. Smartness is selecting and utilizing technology is a future challenge that will be faced in global supply chains management due to COVID-19.
Businesses must navigate the financial and operational challenge of coronavirus while rapidly addressing the needs of their people, customers, and suppliers. By taking the right actions, supply chain leaders can turn massive complexity and supply chain disruption into meaningful change. And here, I will explain about how the global supply chain manage the risk and disruption of the pandemic COVID-19 outbreak. According to the article in website accenture.com written by Julie Sweet, to answer the sustainability of the supply chain, it is necessary to study the mapping of new supply chain, both of demand and supply. One of the things that can be done to answer the sustainability of the supply chain is to build a new logistics system. In this case, it requires careful planning and preparation as well as great management. So, that management should be done with the management of an existing distribution system. The logistics system in question must be able to access the arrivals, meetings, and crowds that must be done in this pandemic. The order and payment process is done online. Okay, the step for dealing with the risk and disruption in the supply chains are: the first one is put people first. Keep the planning workforce healthy and productive by supporting new ways of working. The second one is leverage data to improve visibility. The third one is define segmentation to prioritize demand. The next is build a sales and ops team. Implementing technology in the supply chain. Focus on increasing the added value of ordering and payment processes. Aligning the company's internal and external system. And the last one is realizing a sustainable supply chain management system process. Okay, I strongly agree with the statement written in the article because it states that maintaining the health of people is the most important thing. This is done by implementing a new work system, namely work from home. Currently, almost all companies have implemented this work system. There is no pending work, I mean all will be completed. And the people are protected from the COVID-19 virus. Okay, that's all of our presentation about global supply chain management managed in the risk disruption of the pandemic COVID-19. I hope this video is useful for us and thank you for watching.